Hello! Welcome here. This is my first video on this YouTube channel. It's so exciting. I truly cannot express how it feels because it's always been my dream and I've been thinking about it for I don't know, 5 years straight, and it's finally happening. I finally found the courage and here I am. So I guess you're probably asking, who the hell is this man on my screen? What does he want from me? And why is he so hot? And I'm just... The third question we may never know. My name is Basha. I'm 16 years old. This is like a Q&A, like a job interview at this point. Anyway, what am I going to do? I don't know. I myself don't even know. As you can see, I have this lovely t-shirt here. And you know what? I'm gonna show you the back. It's really pretty. I got this as a present from my parents. What else are my parents who don't know how to behave and act with technology do than make a gigantic collage? So yeah, would I personally buy that in a store? Probably not. But I love that. I love that it was given with love. So I just wear it. This is a little hint for what you can expect from me. I'm really interested in pop culture and especially Taylor Swift. But I am a fan of many artists. For example, I don't know, Sabrina Carpenter, Olivia Rodrigo, Addison Bray. I love pop culture in general. I love being chronically online and hate it at the same time because I could be, I don't know, studying university and being I don't know, winning a Nobel Peace Prize, and instead I'm sitting in my room scrolling TikTok. So yeah, I can work on my working schedule, but I'm mentally ill, by the way. If you were wondering, if you were asking, I am. You were right. And so am I. I'm always right. One thing about me. You can probably expect, I don't know, some reactions and just a lot of stuff. I'm garrulous, I'm a yapper. One thing about me, I will always speak. So what is this video going to be about? That's a great question. I was debating on what to do with this video because, there are a lot of ideas, there are a lot of things I could do. At first, I wanted to do the whole Taylor Swift discography quiz because that's fun and it's had a resurgence and I really like it. But that's just me typing into my notebook, and I wouldn't be able to chat with you guys, and I love to do that personally. So I decided to do a Taylor Swift trivia. I'd love to do pop culture trivia, but I don't know if I'd be skillful enough to do that. So I'll just stick with this because this is kind of my hometown. I'm running back home to you. Fresh out the slammer, you're the first person I'm calling to. It's Taylor Swift. So I thought it would be a nice beginning. Maybe we could do the Taylor Swift discography quiz one day. We could do pop culture trivia one day. We could do anything. If you guys feel like it, and if I feel like it. So if you have any ideas for me, comment them down below. I feel so weird saying and comment, subscribe, share, and don't forget to let me down below. Honestly, I don't think even my mom's watching this. So I got enough of this at home. So here I go. I popped up a Taylor Swift trivia. It has 120 questions. I'm not going through all that. And just a reminder, I don't know everything. And if I don't know anything or you don't agree with my opinion, if I share any, you don't have to, throw daggers at me, and you don't have to pull out your pitchforks. You'll live, I think. I know, because I know everything. So let's just get straight into it. First question. What's the name of Taylor Swift's football playing fiance? Well, we've been knowing that. Travis Kelce, of course. I did like a really fun I don't know if it was fun for me. Other people did not really vibe with it and find it a prolific piece of art, but I think it was better than Romeo and Juliet. It was like a project, and we were supposed to do an interview with a football star, and I did an interview with Travis Kelsey, and then I cosplay Taylor Swift in it. You see, it's like an ongoing joke with my inner circle that I just like. It used to be way more severe. I used to talk about her, like really talk about her. Now I just don't mention her. Apart from saying really quick think pieces here and there, like she's releasing a new song, a new album, she did this, that, but I'm not like, do you guys know that Taylor Swift did this on December 13th? I just don't find it something I want to do anymore. But I am the Taylor Swift girl. When you think Taylor Swift, I hope you think of me. That's what I'm trying to say, basically. Because you do. Everyone does. That's like my whole shtick. So yeah, Travis Kelsey. And I had a yellow t-shirt on to symbolize like her fair hair. I found it funny. A lot of people actually were like, "That's so embarrassing," and like throwing insults at me. I've been used to this. So yeah, Travis Kelsey. You see, we're one question in, and I've talked and I've rambled on for long enough. We have to speed it up. What NFL team does Teo's fiance play for? I will like put the questions here, maybe if I feel like it. Maybe I'm too lazy, but it's Kansas City Chiefs. On what day did Taylor announce her engagement to Travis? How am I supposed to know that? How am I supposed to know that? I didn't get engaged. I know it was August. It was like after the 1 week I was like offline and didn't access my phone. She decided to announce a whole new album, so I know it was August. But what? It was like the end of August. I know I was driving in my car. I wasn't the one driving because I can't legally drive. But like I was driving with my family in the car. And I opened Instagram and I saw the post and I just like freaked out. I was just frozen in that one particular moment and I was just staring straight. And my mom like turned around and was like, "What are you doing? Like, are you crazy?" I was like, "Yeah, I am. Taylor Swift is getting married. What do you mean I can't? What do you mean I wouldn't be crazy? That would be more psychotic if I wasn't crazy." So yeah, but I have no idea what it was. 28th of August, 26th. It could have been, I wouldn't know a thing. It could have been any day. What song has Travis said is his favorite of Taylor's on Love Love? I mean, I can't read. What song has Travis said is his favorite of Taylor's on The Life of a Showgirl? Oh boy, right? It's alright, you were dancing through the world, lightning strikes. I'm surprised he didn't say wood. To be honest, if someone wrote wood about me, I'd be like, that's the best song ever made. But you know, taste. We prefer a cutesy song over the ambiguous song. Let's put it that way. Opalite. Yeah, it was Opalite. It's so weird because I'm just staring at the notebook. You can't see, so I'm just oh my god, my posture is like really bad. Never mind. Which indie rock producer did Taylor start working with in 2020, influencing a shift in her sound? Aaron Dessner, Father Aaron. Father Aaron. What band did frequent Taylor collaborator Aaron Dessner found with his brother? They are brothers? It's like Bon Iver, his brother? I'm really not into that type of music. You won't catch me listening to that. I have no idea. It's like, I think it's Bon Iver, but if it's not, I don't know. The National. What band? No. What band? No. Who? Never mind. I can't read. I literally. What band? Bonnie Bear. To be honest, I think Bonnie Bear is like band. It's like the Justin Vernon. Is that the person who founded it? I don't know. I really don't. Which song on folklore is rumored to be about the children of Taylor's friend, Blake Lively? Betty. Betty James Inez. That's not like a rumor, that's a fact, because would. It's not a coincidence. You know, you can't just coincidentally pick three random names and they just like out of the blue match the names of your best friend's children's names. I feel like that's common sense. So Betty, yeah, what was the lead single off of Taylor Swift's 2025 album The Life of a Showgirl? The Fate of Ophelia. I've never done the dance, like publicly. I've never felt myself doing the dance because I don't know, it wasn't something I was interested in. But I know everyone knows the dance. I know one time I was at school. It's not funny. I'm at school. I was at school and I started singing the Fate of Ophelia in my head, and muscle memory kicked in, and I just started doing the dance out of the blue. And like my friend turned around and was like, "What the hell are you doing? What is going on?" Because I was just doing the Pledge of Allegiance, and she was like, "Are you praying? Are you like doing some religious ritual? What is going on here?" So yeah, that was pretty funny. Which photographers did Taylor work with on the promotional album images for The Life of a Showgirl? The same ones that she had for rap. I don't know what their names were. Merton Marcus, whatever that means. Which album art photography did Taylor previously work with Merton Marcus on? Reputation. Which Taylor album became the most awarded country album of all time after its release? I believe it still is the most awarded country album. It's Fearless! You can't see it, but like, it's Fearless. You know, one thing people don't talk about enough is Fearless, the song. That might be one of the best songs ever made. And you can say, "Oh, you're a teenager. You will, get to know love way more when you're adult or like in your early 20s." I don't care. And what? I'm a teenager. So it is Fearless. The way she dropped the Grammy, I was, you know, not to be that person, but like Taylor and Olivia both dropping their Grammys, first Grammys. Which international landmark was briefly transformed with the Taylor Swift themed projection in 2023? Was it the Sphere in like the Christ the Redeemer statue? Or like in Rio de Janeiro? I was like, was it the Sphere? And they mean like the literal statue of Jesus. But yeah, it had like the what jewels, but like was it Union jewels? I don't remember what it was. Senior jewels. I think it's like the "You Belong with Me" T-shirt. And what I found like absolutely baffling was that people hated her for it. That it's disrespectful, but when they put like a football jersey on it, it was perfectly normal and no one said a thing, no one bat an eye. But when it has a Taylor Swift themed shirt on it, everyone's clutching their pearls. And they call me dramatic. I am, but which burlesque which burlesque star appears in the music video for Bejeweled? I have no idea. Was she like Nora, Laura, Dida Fontisi? I don't know, babes. I'm not into burlesque. Which teen clothing brand did Taylor model for Forever 21 in the early 2000s? I think it was Forever 21. I don't know. I wasn't born in the early 2000s. Pardon me. Was it? I think it was Forever. No, it wasn't. It definitely wasn't. But you know what? Abercrombie and Fitch. That makes sense. Who is Taylor's publicist? Tree Payne. The the shenanigans she's had to solve over the years and navigate the conflicts and debunk all these accusations and de-escalate all these things blown out of proportion. She deserves a Nobel Peace Prize for that. Also, she's named after a literal tree, like redwood tree. And she is a redhead. Maybe what is about tree pain? Redwood tree more likely than you think. Which film was the song Sweeter Than Fiction written for? I know it's a soundtrack. It was her first work with Jack Antonoff, but I have no idea what the film was. Was it like Distance something? I don't know. I'm sorry. One chance. I'm like so not caught up with this lore, but I know she wrote Safe and Sound and Eyes Open for the Hunger Games. I'm not really into the Hunger Games, but the first and second movie are really great. The other ones, I'm not really into that. What is the full name of the friend Taylor mentions in 15? Abigail Blake. What's her second name? I don't know. She's had like 5 weddings. How the hell am I supposed to keep up with that? Abigail Anderson. She has like her initials are like the same letter. I've always been jealous of these people. I had a friend in middle school and she was like DD. Why am I not DD? What Latin phrase is carved onto Taylor's throne in the Look What You Made Me Do music video? Et tu brute mi fili. It's at least et tu brute, the famous scene where his stepson or adoptive son betrayed him. It was really nice history lesson. Et tu brute, yes. Which member of the Kennedy family did Taylor date? Connor Kennedy. It's that what top 5 most deranged things she's ever done. That and playing question after saying she's the happiest she's ever been. Whatever that means, girl. Which supplements does Taylor swear by? Do I look like her pharmacist? Am I her personal coach? How the hell am I supposed to know that? If you know this, I'm scared of you. Please stay at least 100 feet away from me. I might as well just get a restricting order. L-theanine and magnesium. Good for her. How many costume changes were required for each night of the Eras tour? It was, so Lover. Are we counting like taking off the man jacket? I don't think we are. So Lover through Fearless. Fearless through. I think we are though. It's like a costume change. So like taking on the man jacket, then changing into Fearless. Fearless changing into Brad. To the Evermore. Which part are we talking? Are we talking the Evermore set? Because that dress was gorgeous. Gone too soon. A diva that was missed. But I think we're talking about the European lag. Around 14. 16. Yeah, so we are counting like taking it on and off. So 16. I was pretty much there. I wasn't, but which school did Taylor deliver a graduation dress for in 2022? NYC, New York College, NYU, New York University. Which Taylor album holds Spotify's record for most streams in a day? Torture Poets. Right? It's like 313 million. Yes. What was notable? What was notable about Taylor Swift's 2009 SNL monologue? There were a lot of things notable about that monologue. Calling out Joe Jonas, Taylor Square mentioned. Now it's like Taylor quadruple, because if Taylor and Taylor Lautner don't name their baby Taylor, what are you doing? It's a sex neutral name. It can be a boy, it can be a girl. Taylor works for everyone. So I hope it's named Taylor. If it's not, you betrayed me. You betrayed me. And Kanye West. We had a great show. Kanye West was not here. That was so iconic. She wrote it herself. Obviously, she wasn't going to do SNL and have someone else write the script. Which country star invited Taylor Swift on tour at the beginning of her career? Tim McGraw? Kenny Chesney? This Kia? Whoever that is. Where did Taylor attend high school upon moving to Tennessee? The no name high school? I don't know. I don't know what high school she went into. Hendersonville High. It was like in Hendersonville. We're in the friendship, right? I knew it, but I just can't remember. Right, I remember. What was the name of the MTV special Taylor did in 2008? Was it Journey to Fearless? Is it what they mean? Once Upon a Prom. I know what they mean. They went like into her high school and she went round, but how am I supposed to know the name of it? Which event did Taylor Swift skip to attend the 2008 Grammy Awards, where she was nominated for Best New Artist? And she didn't win it. What's even crazier to me is that Amy Winehouse was nominated that year and won it, I'm pretty sure. What the hell? What do you mean that Taylor like was in the same room as Amy Winehouse? That's crazier to me. I don't know. I don't know. I know that there's this famous, infamous, some might say, video of her like being sobbing and being so happy and be like, this is definitely the highlight of my senior year. I think it was prom. I don't know. Her own senior prom. Yeah. But like, of course you're skipping your prom to go to the Grammys. Like, what the hell? Also, they couldn't move either event. I know that it was like Taylor Swift, her first album. Who was she? Great question. No one knew. I'd be so mad. I'd be like, the one time I'm going to the goddamn Grammys, they're hosting my senior prom. What is going on? On Red Taylor's version, Taylor performs a previously unreleased song she wrote, Babe. Who performs the original version? Sugarland. Which iconic Swedish pop producer was behind the original version of 1989? Max Martin. Hell yeah. Which emo band did Taylor feature on a previously unreleased track on Speak Now Taylor's version? I wanted to say Haley Williams, but like Paramore was not on it, so Fall Out Boy. Which 1980s band does Taylor name drop in Guilty as Sin? The starting line. The Blue Nile. The starting line is the Black Dog and Fresh Out the Slammer. I was like, what else are they referencing? Because I know that the Downtown Lights, or that's the song. So it was like starting line, the Blue Nile. I knew it though. I know it. I just can't read. What was the first song Taylor learned to play on guitar? Kiss Me by Sixpence None the Richer. What was the name of the snake used in Taylor's set design for the Reputation tour? Karen? I think it was Karen. They all started with K. Like Kirsten? I think it was Karen. Karen, yeah. How many From the Vault tracks does Brad Taylor's version have? I'm so bad with red as a track list. So Bay, Better Man, Message in a Bottle, I Bet You Think About Me, All Done Well, The Very First Night. That's 6. Then we can act. Then we can count. Safe and sound, eyes open, Ronan. I think 6. 9. So we are counting those 3, if I didn't forget any. So it is 9. What baking recipe did Taylor share with fans in 2014? The chai latte cookies. Yes, chai sugar cookies. Let's do like last 5 questions or so, and then I'll just leave this premises. This premise. What is the name of the former owner of Taylor's home in Rhode Island, whom the last great American dynasty is an ode to? Rebecca Harkness. I'm so obsessed with the last great American dynasty. I'm sick of people trying to pretend that it's not the greatest song ever made. I don't think I've ever heard anyone question the beguiling nature of the last great American dynasty, the greatness of this song. So I presume I just made this up in my head. But yeah, it is the best song ever made. What does the keychain mention in All Too Well 10-minute version, Taylor's version? Mentioned in All Too Well 10-minute version, Taylor's version say, fuck the patriarchy. And T, let's fuck the patriarchy. I'm so ready for that. I have the dagger, I have the rifle. Keep an eye out for Selena. What year was Taylor Swift co-chair of the Met Gala? 2016. And the earth hasn't been the same since. That was truly, again, top 5 most deranged things she's ever done. I feel like I've listed 3 already. So the options of other possibilities are getting really slim. What term did media outlets begin using in the 2010s? What the 2010s to describe Taylor Swift's large friend group, the Girl Squad. And you know what? I'm all for it. I love a good Girl Squad. I'm a part of one, and I'm having the best time ever. So, why are you speaking on this? There's also Slim. Okay, she was having issues. We know that. We found that out in retrospect. But, let's just let people live. Don't comment on other people's bodies. Even though they might be having an issue, you commenting on that just proves their point and fuels their fire. Which animated film did Taylor Swift provide a voice for in 2012? The Lorax. Was it the Lorax? Yeah. I love the resurgence of the Lorax meme. I think it's really funny. It's nothing. It's a nothing burger, but I like seeing people in orange bodysuits. That's why the orange bodysuit from the Lover era is one of my favorites. Thank you. What does Taylor Swift's t-shirt read in the music video for You Belong With Me? I literally talked about this. Senior Jules? Junior Jules. Well, I was almost there. And I think that we've come full circle. And I think we can leave it here. I hope you enjoyed this, because I know I did. So yeah, that's it. I hope you have a lovely rest of the day. Goodbye.